I'm trying to use the phone! Seriously? Really? Come on. Hi, my name's Jack Wallen, and I have a bone to pick with society. That's right, I said it. With society. Who am I to complain about society? I don't know. Just me. Anyway, what am I talking about? So, recently, I went on vacation. It was glorious. 7 days. Seven days of being away. And I needed it so bad. But here's the thing. While I was gone, I noticed something that really kind of got up my craw, whatever a craw is. Just got up there and clamped down and said, I'm gonna just make you irritated about this. What was it? Well, I gave you a hint a little bit ago with my phone. Okay, so on the subway, picture it. Close your eyes, and picture the subway. Filled with people. Lined with people. People everywhere. People of all shapes, colors, languages, nationalities, everything. I'm not kidding. I looked across the aisle, and every one of them. Some of them would get on the subway car, sit down, or stand if there wasn't room, phone up, doom scroll, 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 and then 2 minutes later, get off the subway. They couldn't last 2 minutes without getting on their phone. 2 minutes. Why? How did we get here? How did we get here that 2 minutes is too long to be without your phone? While I was on the subway, I did not get my phone out one time. Why? Because there was so much to take in. There were so many wonderful people. So to hear all the different languages and the dialects and the discussions and the beautiful people. Why would I want to hold my phone in front of my face and miss all of that? And it wasn't just the subway. I would go outside into the big city. Huge city. Things everywhere. Anything you wanted to experience, you could experience. Buildings tall as the eye could see. Superman might not even be able to bound over them. And maybe 50% of the people, phone. Walk into a little park. Phone. Restaurant. Phone. Everywhere. It's an epidemic. Now, I get it. There's a little thing called FOMO. Fear of missing out. People don't want to not know. They're afraid of going in, and I apologize if I'm making a grand statement here with a very broad brush, but so many people are afraid to go into work or hang about in their little societal circles and not know what's popular. What's the funniest meme that everybody's sharing? What happened in DC? What television series is popular? What did so and so say? What was so and so wearing? Oh my gosh, if I don't know, I'm going to be a pariah and I'm not going to be popular and nobody's going to want to talk to me and I'm going to have nothing to talk about with other people. How can I stand around the water cooler with everybody and not know what they're talking about? So, I got a doom scroll. I even reached the point where on the flight there and on the flight back, and in the subways and on the streets and everywhere, I even got to the point where I noticed that it got to me that people were holding their phones in the same way and their thumbs. It was like this thumb action. You could have lined hundreds of people up on the street and said, "Get your phone out and start scrolling," and all of them would look the same. It's like, oh, why don't you, maybe this finger, use this finger. Be a little different. Be a little different in your doom scrolling. But I think what really gets me about this is that you've got all these people walking around the streets of this gigantic, wonderful melting pot of a city where there is so much culture and so much architecture and so much beauty and so much happening. And instead of being afraid of missing out on something that's within this little device, they're missing out on everything around them. One of my favorite things to do when I go on a vacation, no matter where I'm going, is people watch. I love to just sit down and watch people. Now, that may be because I am an artist. I'm an actor and a writer, and I need to be able to witness these sorts of things, and I take it in, and I kind of catalog it and say, okay, I remember this. This was a really cool interaction I saw. This person, I love the way this person was dressed or whatever, and I'm going to use that later. And so I don't. I intentionally do not take my phone out when I'm around, when I think that I'm in an area that there might be interesting people or interesting things happening, and it's just because of that I see more. I'm aware of more. And I get it. I get this idea of not wanting to miss out. But it happens more for more reasons than that. For example, me and two of my dearest friends went to go see The Fix, and Jill Sobel opened for them, and it was a week before she tragically died, and it's heartbreaking. She was delightful. So while we're at this concert, you look around and are you jealous of my pink phone? Should be. So they're all filming this concert, bits of the concert, whatever. And I think, why? I get it that you want to later on look at those videos, or even better, share the videos, say, I was there. I was here when this happened, and I've got the proof. But what are you missing? And even better, how do you think the people on stage performing feel about that? About all those people holding up their phones? Some of them with LED lights shining. Here's the beauty of it. I can right now, this concert was, what, 3, 4, 5 weeks ago? Right now, I can close my eyes. I can still see it. I can still see Cy Curnin up there singing his heart out. Jamie West Oram playing with his soul. I can see it. I don't have to have my phone to recall the memory of that concert. And in fact, because I didn't bother filming the concert, I believe that I had a better experience. And And maybe that's just me. Maybe it really, and I get that. Maybe it's just me that feels this way. But I feel very strongly about this. I feel strongly that the world is missing out. People are missing out on everything around them because they're afraid of missing out on things that don't apply to them. They're afraid of missing out on the digital world, all of these people that they're indirectly connected with, which they can contact anytime. Anytime. It doesn't have to be on the subway. It doesn't have to be while you're walking around in this big, beautiful city. You can do it anytime because you send that message and it's going to be there for them to read it whenever they get it. And I just believe very strongly that the world would be a better place if everybody wasn't buried in their phones, doom scrolling simply because they're bored. Seriously, bored. Read a book. People watch. Listen. You never know what you're going to miss. And the beautiful thing is that when you're paying attention to the world around you, you might witness something that happens in an instant and it's gone. But you saw it. So instead of being lost in this digital world, you were there. You saw something remarkable that maybe no one else ever saw. And yeah, then you could get on your phone later on and go, I saw this and it was so cool. No, I didn't take a photo. I didn't videotape it. Videotape it. I didn't film it. Videotape. Makes me think, I videotaped and then I got to go home and put it in my VCR. No. So, you've got that memory. And memories are a beautiful thing. And the world around you is a beautiful thing. Yes, there are horrible things happening in the world. And yes, we should be apprised of what's happening around the world. But there's a time and a place for that. You don't have to be doom scrolling all the time, because more than likely that doom scrolling is happening on Facebook or X or Blue Sky or Instagram or whatever. Social media is causing us to be antisocial. And if you don't see the irony in that, then, well, maybe it's because you're still buried in your phone and you didn't listen. The other thing is, and I understand why this is happening, but our attention span is crap. Test yourself on this. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe this weekend, whatever. Put your phone down. Put your phone away and sit down. You go outside and do it on your couch, whatever. Sit down. And just be there. Just live in that moment. The Italians have a phrase. I don't know the Italian phrase, but it translates to the sweetness of nothing. And there's beauty in that. In just going out on your porch and sitting with no book, no phone, no laptop, no nothing. Just sitting and listening, watching, getting lost in your thoughts. Imagination. Daydreams. They are so much better than what's on your phone. I promise you that. You can visit worlds that don't exist by closing your eyes and just imagining them. You don't need a phone for that. You don't. You just need your mind. And it's a beautiful thing. Now, I get it. One of my superpowers happens to be daydreaming. And I do it all the time, and I do it really well. And part of the reason why I do that is because I have to have a never-ending stream of ideas for books or for situations in books where it's like, oh my gosh, I've intentionally written myself into this corner and now I've got to get myself out. How do I do it? I'll just sit, I'll close my eyes, and I'll ponder it. I'm spinning. Boop, 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 boop. Sorry, I don't know why I went there. But the mind is so much greater than the phone. So when you're out on the subway or walking down the sidewalk or somewhere in nature, put your phone in your pocket or your purse or your backpack or whatever, and just take it all in. If you want to be afraid of missing out on something, be afraid of missing out on the world around you. The real world around you, not the digital world. Engage with the world. Engage with your imagination. Engage with other people. And you will be shocked at how much better life is. Now, I'm not going to lie. Technology is a great thing. I have met some wonderful, incredible people online that I've never met in person. I never will meet in person. But they've become important to me. I could list off people right now, names of people that I've never met, probably never will meet, but I care about them. And I met them online. They're friends now. Not digital friends, they're friends. So I understand the importance of it. I get it. But I'm not going to bury my face in my phone simply because I'm bored. About 3 years ago, I developed a habit. And I'm going to challenge you. Yeah, you. Even you in the back of the room. Twiddling your thumbs and picking your nose. About 3 years ago, I got into the habit of, about 5:30, I put my phone on my charger and I leave it there. And I don't pick it up until the next morning. And even then, I pick it up, put it down, take my watch off, put it on the charger, and there you go. I can end the day. I'm not kidding. I can end the day. Yesterday, in fact, when I put my phone back on the charger, it still had 75% of its battery charge left. That's how little I use my phone now. I use my phone to call people. I use my phone to message people when I need to say something to them. I use my phone sometimes to look things up when I'm not at my desk where I can go blah, 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 blah. Yes, that's a universal symbol for typing. But my keyboard doesn't go blah, 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 blah. It'd be odd if it would probably annoy me really badly if my keyboard went blah, 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 blah. Sorry about that. I often get off on tangents, especially up here. So, I know I might sound a little bit self-righteous, and I apologize for that. I don't mean to come off that way. I just feel very strongly that people have become too dependent on their phones and less dependent on their eyes, their ears, and all of their senses. Because there is a beautiful, wonderful, incredible world out there to experience. And by doing this, you're missing it. And imagine what it says to society when someone gets... Think about this. Let's just say an alien comes down to the planet, maybe from Mars. Got this Martian comes down. And he gets on a subway. And he looks around and he sees everyone with their faces in their phones. Not talking to one another, not looking around, not paying attention. They're just this. What would that alien think? Yeah, of course the alien would be like, oh, this is a strange society. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know why the alien sounds British, but why not? And I would like to think, personally, I would like to think that an alien would go, I don't think I like this. Hello? Hello, person across from me. No, seriously. Put that device down. Put it down. Put it down. Put it down. And talk to me. Because I'm from another planet. I came from Mars. And I would like to share experiences with you. What's it like to be an Earthling? If you would like, I will tell you what it's like to be a Martian. Let's share. If your face is in your phone, you're going to miss out on that. You're going to miss out on the opportunity to talk to a Martian. Okay, that's crazy. But you get my point, right? Anyway, if you can, and I know you can, I believe in you, put your phone down. Pick it up when you need it. Not when you're bored. Not when you're afraid of missing out. Pick it up when you need it. When you need to do something with your phone. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble on about something that I experienced. And you may not agree with me. You may think I'm an absolute lunatic. But that's how I feel about that. But more importantly, I appreciate so much that you are willing to spend 20 or so minutes here with me. I wish you were literally here with me and we could have this conversation face to face, because that interaction would be awesome. And I promise you, if you were here right now, I wouldn't pick up my phone. Thank you very much. It means the world to me that you're here. And I hope that you and everyone you love have a wonderful, wonderful day. And now, if you don't mind, I'm going to see if I can reach out to that Martian that I wanted to speak to.